Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Train of Thought. Thanks for coming out tonight. We're hanging with us. I want to introduce to you our host for this evening. It's his show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up all the way from the Himalayas, Mr. Gil Soul 2.
Clap your hands. It's working. Party people, if you're ready to rock, let me see you say ow. Ow. Say ow. Ow. The underground's underestimated. Understand we are the underdogs, but we still take our stand. What's good? Good people don't give up the good fight. It's time to bring the underground back to the light. You can party like a rock star, think like a scholar, make that money, don't live for the dollar. Love poetically, but still make a holler. You can eat sushi, your dreams that collar. Live, love, laugh, and pray, and do it all again the very next day. Said live, love, laugh, and pray, and do it all again. Welcome to Train of Thought, everybody. Oh, suck it, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Please, this next young lady, she is spoken word. She just won second place at the Slam in LA at the Poetry Lounge, which is one of the biggest open mics in the country. She also has a CD out, Hip Hop, what is it, Hip Hop? Hip Hop Will Never Die. So please give it up for spoken word, everybody. No, give it up, this is Train of Thought.
I came all the way down here from VA, and I'm a Poetic Works member. You heard E. Michelle, she's the owner and founder of that. So I just came down here to represent for her. The next poem that I'm gonna do, it is called The Real American Dream. Understand your purpose, live your life, embrace your dreams, and focus on the important things in life. Focus on what makes you happy. Baby girls often look up to that male figure in their life, but what happens when that figure becomes a figment of your imagination? What happens when the love that she has for him turns into hatred because someone that brought her in this world is nowhere to be found? Instead, he's off holding somebody else's family down because it's more pleasing to himself. Who can find the virtue in a woman that no longer cries because she doesn't feel that her tears serve any purpose? Or who can find the virtue in a woman that deprives herself of love because the most important man in her life has treated her as if she wasn't worth it? Stress doesn't have a complexion like situations do because society has placed us in a jungle and expects us to produce fruit in their so-called land of the free and home of the brave. But in my ghetto, all we see is land of the deceased and home of the slaves. There's no virtue in a woman that has fallen a victim to the streets. There's no virtue, no peace, no sleep for a mother that has to live with the fact that her son was gunned down in the middle of some drug war or by the police. And the government only sends their condolences because to them he's just another refugee that resides in a refugee camp that's built up on Section 8 and HUD housing grants. Guilty by social economic status. Guilty. Another black nigga out the way is what they would say. But he's not just another nigga. He's the baby of a mother that's mentally in prison because she lost virtue when her husband went to prison. He's the son of a man that doesn't care how he's living. He's the statistic that psychologists studied and wrote about. He's that black nigga that Bill Cosby did, as if he knows anything about the ghetto out the crack hit. Damn near every person that I heard was slinging that shit, and little chicks would turn tricks just to get a hit. Why? Because she's been getting raped by her step-pop since age 2. And when you down in the ghetto, people don't show no love to you. Only a touch from God can heal you, restore you, give you back your virtue, help you, love you, protect you from those that are trying to hurt you. If God be for you, it's more than a whole world that's against you. Can't nobody take what a virtuous woman has been through and still produce fruit. Her wisdom is worth listening to. She's the salt of the earth, founder of birth, king of the castle when a nigga starts tripping. She's your cover girl, model, God's greatest invention. Leader, teacher, distributes motherly love to those who need her. And if you hungry, for sure, she'll feed you. I call her my African queen, AKA the real American dream. Woo. Yes. I come from out of Suffolk, Virginia, which is the Hampton Roads area in Virginia, the hot spot. So
well, I liked it. It was good. It was real good. You know, I'm from down south, so we don't get good entertainment like this out here, man. I've just been traveling all week, going to different spots, man. And this is what's up here, man. I like it.
Oh man, it was so awesome. They like all of the performers. Of course, you had the musicians, you had the poets.
Man, tonight's feature was cool, tight.
Yes, this is my first time in California, period, but I'm enjoying all the palm trees and the weather and all of that good stuff that we don't get down there in Virginia.
Wow. You know, I just like people that talk real, you know. I like storytellers too, but I love spoken word where people just like keep it real. You know, just like my wife too, she like just keeps it real.
The Gil is just a phenomenal host. Every time I come here, I'm just amazed. Does he always do something new at the very beginning? Like that? It's always been like that, right?
Hell yeah. Well, shit, I like them all, man. Bottom line, I like them all. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing about it is, it's so eloquent and so unique that you can't help but just sit back and listen because of the messages that's right in it. So that's the good thing about that right there.
I like it. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We don't have a whole lot of that going on in the state of Virginia. So, I mean, to get it, we would have to travel as far as Richmond and D.C. So being here is just really, I mean, every day this week we've been involved in some kind of function that's going on. So it's been awesome. I'll definitely come back.
The feature was my favorite. All of her poems were my favorite. I've heard her before in the past, of course. And the poem that I actually like from her is Eulogy, and she didn't perform it. But today, my favorite poem that she performed on this stage was Time. And so that is a hit. Everyone loves that.
I enjoyed predominantly everybody that stepped on the stage tonight. It was very entertaining. So give a shout out to Michelle, Poetic Words. Give a shout out to my husband, Michael, One Love, and just everybody that has been supporting me along the way. Thank you.